How's it going, everybody? Doing another hard candy ramble here today. I'm going to try to go a bit long with this one. I'll probably pop out of soft-spoken and whispering. We shall see how it goes, if I remember. But, same. Got the old lifesavers. Rambling on about the usual stuff. I am filming this Saturday. I had filmed the Pringles one as well, and I might try to film a third video. So I don't know who would have won the Bruins Maple Leafs Game 7. I think it's going to be a good game. I'll tell you what, if the Leafs come back and do win, that's going to be big for them. That could be the thing that maybe pushes them over the hump. I'm not saying you're win, they could just roll to the cup, but maybe conference final, something like that. Could be. Who knows, though? I don't think Boston wants to revisit another 3-1 lead. They had one last year on Florida, too. And that rode Florida into the finals, so. Florida came back this year, and it was actually even better. And now they're in the second round, but they had a much better regular season than they had last year. The basketball. Do I have that? This bracket's all fucked up. But the Cavs and Magic are going to Game 7. Which I said would be the Cavs in 7. Celtics are there, Pacers and Knicks I both picked. I picked the Thunder, the Mavs, the T-Wolves, and the Nuggets, so. I'm doing alright in that one. I forget where I put the NHL ones, but they're not doing as well. I need to try to make these last a little bit, right? I think the NBA draft lottery is next week, the 12th. See what Portland can do if they get lucky. I hear and I'm looking. This is not supposed to be like that. I feel like, from what analysts and whoever have been saying, that there's not like a clear, perfect kind of pick this draft. It's a weaker draft, apparently. So, Portland has Golden States. I don't know who it came from. It might have came from Boston or one of the other teams that they were trading with last offseason. They have the 14 as well, so if that ends up being a good pick, and they could stay in the top 3 as well, maybe that will help their team. I don't know. They had a bunch of injuries too, but I think they were holding out people at a point too because they were trying to fucking tank. Let's be honest. They lost 2 games by like 60 plus points. There were some games where Portland was literally starting like either rookies, I think all rookies, or just guys who'd never played, like it was kind of ridiculous. I mean, the league seems to be like that now. Like, guys are just out. I know Silver put that thing in where you gotta play at least 65 games if you want to get any awards. So all of a sudden, guys started playing more, but still, guys are getting hurt constantly. Like, and I don't know. You think with the technology and the way people work out now, their bodies would last longer than the guys back in the day, But maybe they're pushing too hard. But, yeah. Sports. I think Vegas and Dallas are also going to a Game 7. Vegas won Game 6. That'll probably be tomorrow night. I think Toronto and Boston is the only game tonight. I actually didn't get anything, but I'd actually hit, like I said, I'm filming this Saturday, so earlier today, I actually hit 2 garage sales, but nothing was doing. The one had a PS4, but I had no interest in that. And then the first one was at 8, and then, of course, the next one was at 10. So I was like, I don't feel like going home here because they were on, one was this way, one was far this way. I was like, I don't want to go home because then I'm going to be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm not going back out to go over that one. So I walked the other one, got there a little after 8 actually. And then I walked further the opposite way, walked around, had to go to the card store. And then got to the other one at like 9:58. I think I left at like 7:40 or something. So, nothing doing, but it was nice to go. It was nice to see a video game related thing, but it was nice to just hit 2. Pretty warm out this morning. It was probably in the high 50s, so it was nice. That was fun. That was a good, nice walk too. I'm hoping to hit something before leaving, but we're running out of weekends here, so. 3 left, I think, which is kind of crazy. I will be doing a full, longer Long Island ramble before leaving. I don't know if it's going to be the video that's put up the day we do leave. Just schedule it, or I throw it up before. Depends on how I feel. I did do the Fallout review with the Pringles. I need to do one more shady vid. I'm kind of excited to get down there and kind of focus a little more on the roleplays, because I'm not going to be able to, and this is one of the negatives, the biggest negative about where we're going to be down there is that I can't, like here, I literally walk 3 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes, and I got Stop and Shop, Applebee's. I walk over there, there's a deli, there's a 7-Eleven, like I can just go and walk. I'm not going to be able to do that there. Now granted, we're a 5-minute drive from the Food Lion, and then everything else is like another 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes down the road, you find it and everything. For a walk, it's like an hour and change, and it's not like a walkable kind of, you could walk down these roads, but there's no sidewalks and stuff, and it's narrow. I feel like it's not smart to be walking down those kind of roads. We have them here too, in places where you're just like, no. So that kind of sucks. So I'm not going to be able to just go out, and you might see less hauls, although, you know, we go by Walmart, I'll do a Walmart haul or something like that, and whatever. But, you know, you might see less kind of eating and drink reviews unless I grab like 4 or 5 drinks from wherever the hell I go and just keep them and film a bunch successively. Is that the word? No, is it? In succession? Better word, I don't know. So we'll see. But sorry, I was responding to something here. But I will, in reality, do more. I'm going to do more, probably role plays again, because like I said, I'm going to have the garage, so that opens up some stuff. Got the shed I need to kind of explore more. The problem is I'm going to need some kind of light in there, because actually, was there a light in there? Now that I think about it, I said there's no windows, but like I said, the one in Massapequa, we had windows, but there was no light. I don't know if there's a light set up in here. Huh. We'll just see. Might have to. I don't know if there was an outlet or just a regular light in there. Have to see, because I'll have to figure something out in there. Set up a light or get a ring light. But it's kind of exciting to do more. Trying to find some orange ones. To do more role plays would be nice. Like I said, things change, and you know, focus on the video game stuff as well. But yeah, fun. I'm excited about hitting up that forest too, though. Take some more, because that's literally a 5-minute ride too from the house. I'll just tell my fiance, just drop me off there. I'm gonna go walking for like 3-4 hours. You know, I just bring my backpack, drinks in there, whatever, some snacks, food, whatever. You know, just going there. I'm excited about checking out that game store. A lot of excitement, as well as fear, you know, just something new. So you're like, you probably have a barbecue in like a week or two to kind of going away. Barbecue, like, you know, my one friend said, he's like, it's like you're moving to Seattle or something. You're not all the way across the country. It's really not that far. You know, I'll probably come back up here, you know, maybe by myself once a year, and then my fiance will be up here. We'll probably be up here 2-3 times a year. You know, I do want to get to Florida as well to see my mom and it. I want to do that in August. I love going down there. I like that area too. Hammer out some drink reviews then, because their Walmart down there in Lake Wales has a nice Mountain Dew selection, which is good. Like I said, man, certain videos will get more action. That's fine. People like role plays. Obviously, it's a little more involved than a freaking drink review, or a haul. But hey, having that garage, I think, is going to motivate me to do more of those kind of certain types of role plays. I gotta stop doing that. I'm gonna go through 80 of these if I want to do a long ramble. Let's see. Look at the calorie count. What have I been playing recently? Not a ton. I was playing that Through the Woods. I stopped briefly because this one thing kept killing me. It was like chasing me. I would pop up in different spots. I was like, I don't feel like dealing with this right now. Actually re-downloaded. Now this would have had to have been an Xbox Live Gold game. Now, I was just able to install it again. I thought those games disappeared if you didn't have Live anymore. They were just done. You couldn't play them. That doesn't seem to be the case. Maybe it never was. Because I have I have both Lords of Shadow and Castlevanias, and the one they made, the Castlevania, like Lords of Shadow something. I played it on the 3DS originally, but they ported it over. The 2D one, I forget what it's called. And I was just able to have those. And I know for a fact, I think both Lords of Shadows were games with gold at some point. But that was weird, and I was able to do it also. And I played a little bit of it with Lego Star Wars 3. I remember specifically that one being a gold game 1 month or whatever the fuck. So I'm like, you know what? Because I was looking on the for the sales, and then that was one of them. It's like installable. I was like, what? I was like, all right, if you're gonna give it to me again, fine. I didn't play much of that one originally. I think I had played the first 2 levels according to the achievements. So I played it for a little bit. Played another like 3 or 4 levels. Interesting Lego game. They did some different stuff with that one. Let's do some whispering here. They did some interesting stuff with that one. Like because it takes place during, I guess, episode 2, and towards 3. At least what I'm doing, because I'm chasing Dooku around. But you have like things where you're on battlefields, and then you're taking over spots and then building things, and I'm having a bunch of clones come out and vehicles to fight not big battles, but little battles going on between the AI and shit. I did a pretty cool mission where I was flying around. I had to keep landing on things and doing certain things. So that one was totally doing some different kind of things at the time. Because there's like tactical things in there and stuff. Not that it's that big of a deal. I still have the mini kits hidden. So I played that for a bit, and then kind of got bored. Was there anything else? I haven't screwed with Lego Indiana Jones 2 in like a week. I don't know. I'm going to be boxing up the Xbox One soon, and then everything but the PS5. And I just have like Ratchet and Clank. I haven't even turned the PS5 on in probably a month. It feels like maybe a little less. Maybe I'll turn that on later. I'm excited to get that. It's not, I say game room, but actually, like, it's not going to be like I'm going to have it set up like some of the ones you see on YouTube. These sick rooms, posters everywhere, games, and memorabilia, and figures. It's not going to be like that. But it'll be nice to have a lot of the systems out. Have the shelf with the games on it instead of in drawers and stuff like that. It's going to be cool. just have easier access to the games I want to play. So that will be fun. I know. That's hard to not want to gobble these up. You know, but that's going to be exciting on that front, absolutely. Just to, have the dedicated game area. What's big is the people that lived there previously. It was a 2-car garage, but they converted the second part. It was a bonus room off of the master bedroom. So, and the garage is still big enough to get a car in there and stuff like that. But I'm excited to film the vids in there. That's always fun. And I'm excited to check I was actually looking in Ashboro for garage sales, just looking at them. I was like, hey, let's see what they have this weekend. There was one that had PS3 games, some alright stuff. There's like an MLB The Show, MotorStorm. I could probably just look at the picture on here. Let's see if I can find it. I actually might have been looking that up on the computer. Because on there's still I typed in the wrong thing there. I was typing Craigslist and I put Craigslist. That's a different website. That's right. It puts you in the Greensboro area, and then you got to get in there and type in. You have to get in there and type in Ashboro. Well, not. There was another one, I thought. Where'd it go? This is a rummage sale, apparently. But there was another one. Did they take it down already? That's weird. Maybe they sold everything because they had prices. There's 12 PS3 games for $30. I was like, okay, that's a really good fucking deal. It's under $3 a game. Excellent. And decent stuff. I can't really say it was MotorStorm. There's an MLB The Show. There was, I want to say one of the Ratchet and Clanks was in there. I don't know which one. What else was in there? Was there an Uncharted in there too? I guess I can't remember. There was 8 games shown in pictures, but it said 12, so. But I was like, okay, that's a freaking good deal. Now I don't know if it's kind of like islip here, down there, where in Massapequa, a lot of people put their garage sale on Craigslist first, right? And then you go out, there'd be a ton, 10, 15, 20. On the good weekends, it would be going 20 deep. On top of that, just finding random stuff. Here, it seems to be more, not a lot on Craigslist, but a lot of people put the signs on the pole, so you have to go wandering around first. The thing I like about Craigslist is you can say, okay, I want to go to these 5, map out a little route to get to them all, in what order you want to go. You know, and not just look around for them. Which can be frustrating, but also there's a lot of green. Green's watermelon. Let's see how long I can make these for last. I don't think there's a... Maybe I'll do 5 if they're not lasting. The last one, let's start with that one, the pineapple. But we shall see if I can get some good stuff down there. I hope so. But that's why I was stockpiling stuff here from garage sales that I knew I would sell at some point, because I didn't need to sell them immediately here. So it's nice to go down there with at least a supply of things if I want to go on a big push, or whatever, how things are going to work out. Check out the new restaurants down there and whatever else there is to check out. The zoo is down there too, which is nice. It's like 15 minutes away. So that'll be cool. Baseball season's rolling on. Really not much to say there. But soon basketball and baseball will be done. Basketball and hockey will be done. And then it will be strictly baseball for like 2 months. Until the regular season of football. I'll talk a little bit about what I've been watching. We watched this movie, Snack Shack, that was pretty funny. It was like a 90s kind of coming of age movie. I think it took place in 91. It's these 2 friends that are scheming constantly. They're like making their own beer at one point, and they're coming up with ideas to try to make money and stuff, and it just goes from there. They end up getting the Snack Shack that's at the pools. You can auction on it every summer, and whoever wins the bid can control it. And they win the bid, and they start selling stuff there. Kind of standard comedy, that kind of comedy. But it was pretty funny. And then, of course, it gets serious, as they tend to. What else? Oh, we started watching Baby Reindeer on Netflix. Everybody's been talking about. Based on the true story, apparently. Pretty good. Very awkward, and you almost feel the kind of tension and awkwardness and everything through the screen almost, but it is pretty good. I think we've watched like 3 or 4. It's only 7, I think. But it's only a half hour, which is kind of nice sometimes. Like, I got to admit, sometimes when I see something that's like 29, 32 minutes on Netflix or Amazon or whatever, I'm like, oh, thank you, yes. And sometimes watching the hour-long stuff, it just gets, it's almost like too much. And speaking of that, we did watch it. We finished season 2 of Yellow Jackets, and those were like always about the high 50s to a little over an hour. I think they're making a third season in 2025, or it's coming in 25. Season 2 is pretty good. Let's see where they go in season 3. Have we watched any other movies? I don't think we have. I'm trying to think. Have we watched any other movies recently? I don't know. I feel like there hasn't been a lot of good movies coming out. Some I do want to see, like the Late Night with the Devil looked cool. Something else, something with the glow in it that seemed interesting. I don't think it's out yet. I do think Fall Guy just came out, and that looks pretty decent. I wouldn't see that in the theater, but there's a couple other things, but I don't know. I feel like I need this even before COVID hit. There was the quality of movies coming out. Like, I feel like 10 years ago, it was just like, there was every weekend you could go see 2 movies, like if you wanted to. I'm not saying you would, but there was a lot of good stuff coming out. And I'm not even talking like the Marvel shit, because I don't give a fuck about that stuff anymore. I mean, Wolverine vs. Deadpool looks cool, and that comes out, is it July or something? That does look cool. But, you know, Avengers and Ant-Man and who else has had one recently? I don't even know. The Marvels and the other ones that have come out. I don't even know the names of all of them, but like I've said in another video, I lost interest in them a while ago. I will see ones randomly. Like, I like the Deadpools. Logan was really cool, although Logan at this point was... When did that come out? Was that 2017 or something like that? And the same thing with the Star Wars. Like, I lost interest in Star Wars. I mean, Rogue One was cool, and I personally like the Solo one, Han Solo one. I thought it was good. It shit the bed money-wise because it was the first one to come out after The Last Jedi, and everybody was so fucking pissed about The Last Jedi that essentially they were just going to take it out on Solo because it was the next one in line. And people even admitted that, like, it's pretty good, but we were trying to make a point. They should have made the point by not seeing Rise of Skywalker, which I think did over $1 billion. So I guess they saw it. I've only seen parts. I saw The Force Awakens in the theater. I thought it was a cool movie. I thought it was just following kind of A New Hope, kind of same story beats. But I really liked it. And then for some reason, even before Last Jedi came out, I was just like, eh. My friend's like, how are we going to see it? I was like, eh. I don't even know why. And then, you know, critics loved it. Users hated it. And I saw scenes from it. And I just wasn't into it. I was just like, whatever. And then Rogue One was cool. That Rogue One was before, but... And then, Rise of Skywalker was another one where I just didn't care. I know Palpatine came back somehow, or whatever the fuck he says. I was watching a part, I don't know which one it was from, Last Jedi or Rise of Skywalker. I think I've talked about this. They're going to bomb, I guess, one of the First Order, that's what they're called, right? The big, I was going to say the Imperial. One of their dreadnoughts, or whatever they were calling the ship. And Poe Dameron's, like, talking to General Hux. And he's just joking. I literally was like, is this a comedy? Like, literally, it was just joke after joke. I was like, what the fuck? You know, You know, I watched the Obi-Wan show. Oops, this one fell apart. I watched the Obi-Wan show. I thought it was cool. Even though I think they could have did that show really cool if it was Obi-Wan. And I said this years ago too, like 15, 20 years ago. It was probably actually after episode 3, so it was less than 20 years ago. I'm like, it'd be cool if there's like an Obi-Wan movie or a show where it was him on Tatooine, but he was just kind of deteriorating mentally and just pretty much like a hermit living out and thing, maybe helping people out from time to time, but really just kind of like, kind of still like, holy shit, the Jedi are gone, like I fucked up, we all fucked up. And him kind of losing it a little bit and then maybe getting something, you know, his mental faculties back or whatever. I mean, I've enjoyed the Obi-Wan show. Listen, if they fight each other another 90 times, whatever. I'm not like, I try not to sit here and say, oh, well, I'm going to compare it to the original trilogy. Like, oh, would this really have happened, you know? Whatever. It was fun to see. Of course, I don't get Obi-Wan's like, I'm in exile on Tatooine, but I'm going from planet to planet. Yeah, but I still liked it. But there's so much. Ahsoka, how do you say her name? Ahsoka, I don't know how to say her. She's got a show. Mandalorian, Obi-Wan, Boba Fett, Bad Batch, Rebels, Clone Wars. Clone Wars really before all of them, but Rebels is pretty old too at this point. They got a new one coming out, Acolyte, right, or whatever the fuck it's called. What other shows were there? Was there another one? Like Tales of the Jedi. There's so many. I mean, they've kind of slowed down a little. I think that's why they were losing me, and I think that's why Marvel too, it just all of a sudden, like those Marvel movies felt more like events when they came out, right? Here's the first Avengers, okay, here's an Iron Man. Well, Iron Man was first, but here's one here, maybe 2, 3 a year. And then all of a sudden it was just like, boom, here's a show, here's 10 more shows, here's 5 more movies. It's just like, what? And I'm not even talking about what you think of the quality of them. It's just too much for me. Like, it's like, I'm not, oh, here's the hidden cutscene. Here's the hidden scene at the end of this one where it connects these two. Like, get the fuck out of here. Just have it. But you gotta watch Loki to know what happens in this. It's too much, in my opinion. And then, of course, over time, the quality's gonna go down anyway. That's because you're making so much shit. And there could be other reasons as well that people have well documented all over the internet. Me, if I don't like something, I'm like, whatever. You know, like, I don't like it and I move on. I typically don't harp on it for long enough. I'm also not trying to make money on it on YouTube that way, so. I feel like hate towards hating things is a little more lucrative than liking them. But the problem is I wouldn't be able to do that because if I dislike something, even like season 1 of Halo, didn't like it, I talked about it, I wouldn't be able to keep hammering away on it and make 20 videos on like that just because I'm going to tell you the first time I don't like it and I didn't like it enough. It's weird because it's like I didn't hate it enough to talk about it that much. But I feel like if you talk about it that much, like part of you kind of liked it, right? Like for me, if I don't like something, I'm not saying I won't bring it up randomly at some point, but I'm not going to keep harping on it because I didn't like it that much to where I don't want to think about it anymore. I'm done with it. first season of Halo was not that good. It just wasn't that good. Like I said, the second season got better, but still, I'm hoping the third season actually just corrects the bullshit. You know, I'm not... Keep the helmet on him. It's weird because you can keep the helmet on him and still show him inside the thing and have his little health meter and all the crap there. And still show his face if you really want to. And like I said in other videos, that guy is pretty good. Was it Pablo Schreiber? I'm like, I could see this guy's Master Chief, sure. But like second season, like he's totally not even in the armor. Like it's just like he might as well. Like I said, it's almost a few episodes are almost more like Splinter Cell. I think somebody else said that in a comment somewhere. It's almost like a Splinter Cell convention. I'm waiting. He's like beating the shit out of people. He's just like he's sneaking around and shit. But I enjoyed some of that stuff. You know, there was some good stuff in there. Still haven't gotten a Hunter, but not counting the worm scene from the first. Although admittedly I've not seen the last two episodes, still I know about them. I know what has happened. That's why I knew the flood appeared and stuff. But I haven't seen every minute of it, so I don't know, maybe 100 did pop up briefly, but it's highly unlikely. They had the worms in season 1, but I want to see the Hunter in its armor, all the worms working together, and you see the same brutes. I don't know if you saw any grunts, really, in this season either. It was mainly Jackal. It was a brute here and there, maybe one even, or one, and the elites. It wasn't a lot. I mean, I still have to watch. I watched like the first two episodes of season 3 of The Witcher. It's not even that I was hating it. I was just like, eh. That's the difference between those shows, even Halo. I gotta watch an episode or two still. With Fallout, it's like, I'm watching all these. This is awesome. Admittedly, with the first season of The Witcher, I watched them all in a day, I think. I think I was home and I was like, fuck it. Season 2, I did not do that. I know what's his name is gone for season 4, Henry Cavill. I mean, that's gonna be tough. Was it Liam Hemsworth is playing him? You know, I'm not gonna sit here and say what he and he can't do as Geralt. I don't know. I have not seen him yet, but I will say it's gonna be really, really hard to play it the way Henry Cavill was playing it. Like, it's gonna be tough. I'll give it a shot. The problem is I gotta finish season 3. But like I talked about, like, Fallout was on point with the look and the feel, and staying true to the vibe of it. I talked about this in the Fallout thing. With like Halo and The Witcher, it's so specific that you can't do it the same way you do Fallout. You need to be a little more true to it, because you can't just be like, at that point you might as well just be like, here's this random Spartan, you're gonna follow him around, and Master Chief's doing stuff over here. Like I said in the Fallout video, Fallout, you can do whatever you want. There's stories to be told everywhere in the wasteland, right? Fallout Witcher, specific characters, Geralt, Master Chief, and people have perceived them a specific way with Halo from the games, and there are books as well, but in The Witcher, with the books more so than the games. Really the books more. And I know a lot of the shit they changed. You know, I accepted it. I was like, what are you gonna do? And that's a part of me that just, I can't ever fault the people for being passionate and being like, oh my God, why did you go so far this way with the thing? Why did you just change everything? You know, I just don't get that way with things. The closest is probably like a Silent Hill. Like Silent Hill 2. Sure, if this remake sucks, I will gladly say it sucks. But I could always go back and play the original Silent Hill 2 if this other one's terrible. You know, I can't let it get to me if it's not good. But I can't fault people's passion about those things. Except, of course, when it gets completely out of control. And, but, voicing your opinion on it and giving your reasons why you don't like it is completely understandable. Although sometimes I feel that some things are kind of screwed no matter what. Because even before a trailer's shown, people are already shitting on something. It's never, you've already assumed and are resigned to the fact that you've already thought it sucks before you even see anything on it. So you're going in with them. I try to go in and say, okay, maybe it'll be decent. And then when I see it, okay. What else to ramble about? It's funny too, though. On Netflix, I'm just like, we're trying to find something. And I'm like, well, Netflix can be a pain because they add about 500 new things a day. And you look at the new stuff and it's just 20 more, 30 more shows, movies. It's like, no wonder Netflix has to raise the price every 5 minutes because how much money do they dump into all this stuff? I've talked about the password and sharing thing in the past. I never shared. I think I had someone's password once, but I was just like, whatever. I used it specifically for a show. I wasn't using it all the time. I understand Netflix not wanting. One person has Netflix, and now another 30 people are getting it for free. But they should have known that was going to happen and been on top of that from the beginning. And then they keep there's always a new tier. I don't know. They want more people to go to the ad tier, in my opinion, because they're probably making more money off the ads than they do just off of a regular. Like if you're paying $15 for no ads and HD and blah 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 blah, they probably do more if they sell it for like $10 with ads. They probably do better than that $15 because they push the ad ones. All of them do. I know now I have Amazon with ads because it's the same price as it was before ads, but now they just added a no ad tier that's a couple bucks more, but I can stay at my regular tier with the ads. I really don't care, but this is the start of it, right? It's funny how it's funny because it's going to take longer. But most people don't have one streaming service, right? You have usually maybe 3 at the least. Let's talk about the big ones. Amazon, Netflix, Hulu. Disney's pretty big at this point, right? Paramount Plus. And there's Peacock, which I wouldn't necessarily say is a huge one, but what are some of the other ones? Is there another huge one? You have AMC Plus that gets you Shudder with it. Just say you have, and you could do live with some of these things. But if you have we have Amazon and Netflix, and that's probably about $30 between them both. We don't have anything else, do we? We had Paramount, I got rid of it. We had Disney at some point, but we haven't had that in a while. I wouldn't mind getting Shudder again, actually. Shudder's cheap. Although you can package it in, I think, with AMC Plus, and you get Shutter and some other stuff. It's only like $8-9. But if you have, and some people probably have 6-7 services, all of a sudden it's getting up to the prices. It's becoming like cable was, and now you got to deal with the ads. You know, I personally have never minded ads, to be honest with you. I know people can't stand them. Like, I'm just like, all right, whatever. I'll fiddle around on my phone for a minute and a half. Go take a piss, you know. It's the same thing if you pause it and go to the bathroom. You know, you just let the ad play, take a piss, and come back. So you gotta take a shit, then it's gonna be longer. But it's crazy how, like, it just slowly keeps creeping up. Like, I feel like every month almost, it seems like one of the services up or raising our price. Here's the new ad, and they have like 5 tiers. Here's the new ad tier. Here's ad tier plus HD. No ad tier here. You know, no ad tier here plus 5 screens. I mean, in reality, you could get by. You can get, like, you'd have to have internet, obviously, so you're paying for internet too. But YouTube, I find myself on YouTube and Tubii a lot more than some of these other places. Unless like a show like Fallout or something stands out to me, I'm on YouTube. My brain, I should say, right now is more like, I want to watch no more than like a 24, 25 minute video, maybe even like a 10-minute video as I'm making an hour video. Like, I just want to watch, you know. I'm going to roll the rest of this without. I don't feel like chewing or eating more of those. What was I saying? Oh yeah, like, I want a short, like, YouTube. Here's a 15-minute collection video on YouTube. That's more entertaining. So watching anybody I watch on YouTube, if it's in the ASMR community, video game related stuff, an interview, I swear that's more entertaining to me now than most of the shows that you find. And then I can just go on Tubii, which is free. Me and my friend are always like, how much would you pay for Tubii? I'm like, I pay a couple bucks for Tubii. The amount of shit. There's a lot of shit on Tubii. Not good stuff, but there's a lot of other really good stuff on there. I'm going to go look at the documentaries. Oh, here's a nice ghost thing. I'm going to throw that on for an hour and change. I'd rather do that. I mean, other services have these documentaries, but Tubii, it's free. I can find something stupid like Amityville Death Toilet and be entertained. You can, you know, like, that in YouTube videos, like, literally could be it, you know, like I'll watch Jeff Gerstmann. He does his ranking of NES games. I'll watch that, and usually those are like over 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours. And that's more, for me, that's better entertainment than watching a couple episodes of a show. Like, it's just, I'm more engaged and interested in that at this point in my life than I am with a lot of the other stuff. Unless it's a sick show, like Fallout or something where I'm like, yes. That's why I stopped watching a lot of shows. Like The Witcher, I'm like, okay, I'm done. Like, something in my mind's just like, even from enjoying it, it's kind of just like, you're done. This is enough. Like, I don't need to see it anymore, you know? It really has to be incredible for me to, at least I have to think it's incredible for me to watch the whole thing like Fallout. I'm watching this all now. Like, that's just how it has to be for me. I can't, you know, I can't do it. Like, I sometimes can't do it. Like, I'm like, oh my God, there's 9 episodes of this and they're like an hour a piece. I'm like, oh God, give me some collection videos on YouTube. Who's got a pickup video on YouTube? I can watch some good ASMR videos. I can put on ASMR with Bex and watch one of her videos. I enjoy these things more than other shows, like, and like actual, like, media coming from the big companies. Like, whatever. I want to see someone hanging out in their room talking about video games or doing a whispered ramble, eating gum, chewing gum, or whatever it may be, a role play of some sort. I'd rather see that. It's just more, I enjoy that more, it's like, I think a lot of people do too, to be honest with you. I think a lot of people enjoy YouTube type stuff and shit like that more. I really truly do think that, let's see if I can get this an hour. I got like a little over 4 minutes, It's how I can go to the videos I have in my liked list. I'm like, okay, here's my entertainment, even though I've seen these videos 500 times in some instances. Or I'm like, okay, I want to watch some. I might do this as a video too. If anybody's watched this long and wants to see it, I'll probably do it anyway. Top like 10 video game soundtracks, because I listen to a lot of soundtracks on YouTube, game soundtracks. I'm telling you right now. The UN Squadron Area 88 Super Nintendo game soundtrack is probably my favorite. It's so good. And then I would find, somebody's playing like a guitar metal version of them. Like, this is really good. I'm like, this is awesome. Like, I'd rather watch that. I'd rather watch that. And other things that other random stuff that I watch. Like, I prefer this stuff over hour-long shows that companies are putting $100 million into it. And it's like, whatever. Okay, this person's talking about their latest video game pickups. That's what I want to see. I want to see what this person got from a video game store, GameStop, Best Buy. I want to see what they got at a garage sale. You don't see as many. You don't see a ton of those in the ASMR gum chewing garage sales, but I go to the other channels I've watched over the years. I want to see this person do a gameplay. I want to see this. Like, it's more interesting to me, and I think it's more interesting to a lot of people. There's just, it's more of a connection to, it's just a random person like me. I know a lot of you like my videos. It's just me chatting, and you like that. And that's awesome, because I like watching videos myself of people chatting and just talking about what's going on. And then you get those nice sounds in between, That's better to me than a fucking movie. Like, it really is. Like, I'll tell you right now, I'd probably prefer to watch an hour and a half to 2 hours of YouTube videos, ASMR, game-related channel stuff, maybe an interview of something, or abandoned building stuff, listening to creepy stories. I haven't listened to a lot of those in a while. I would rather listen to an hour of creepy stories, whether or not the people submitting them are fake, their fake stories are true. I'd rather just listen to that. Like, it's just more, that's just somebody talking, and it's like, yes, this is more entertaining to me. And that's good. I hope it's more entertaining to everybody. Because then maybe that's when people don't go to the theaters anymore. That's why so many of these movies shit the bed. Because everybody's like, what? I don't want to go to the movies. I would rather watch so-and-so's game collection. Oh my God, they're going to do this collection. I would rather listen to creepy stories for the next hour and a half. So-and-so's doing a gum chewing video. There's tapping. I want to watch that. Oh, there's a cool role. I want to watch this. Nobody goes to the theater anymore. They'll probably try to ban YouTube. Fuck this, we'll ban YouTube. We're forcing you to go back to the movies. And that's how it is, right? I'm going to do that after I film this video. I'm going to go in, pop the TV on, and maybe I'll throw on some creepy stories. Maybe I will throw on... did I watch Jeff Chrisman's last ranking of NES games? I don't know. All those things, like even like I'll watch a graphics comparison video. It was like Digital Foundry and these other places. I want to see what it looks like. It's just that's what I love about YouTube. It's like, all of a sudden it's like, I did this the other day. I want to watch somebody reacting to a Tales from the Crypt episode, or they're reacting to Buckethead, the musician. I want to watch somebody's reaction. But I was watching that this morning. I was listening to the UN Squadron stuff, and on the side it's like, so and so is watching Naked Gun. I'm like, let's see their reaction. It was like, okay, and then I'm gonna watch another 3 people's reaction to the Naked Gun movie. The first Naked, which is a great movie. It's great slapstick comedy, but it's funny how that goes. And this really turned into more of a ramble at the end. This is where I really get going. But it's like, yes, that's what I want. That's what, that's more entertaining to me. It really, I don't know when that switch came. I really don't. where I was like, you know what, I'd rather fucking watch. And I used to watch abandoned building stuff too, which I haven't watched in a bit, where people just go to abandoned places all over the world. Or they find an abandoned house in the woods that's people just seemingly left in the middle of the night. Stuff like that. You know, I'll watch, and then occasionally you'll get someone to be, I'll watch like creepiest things caught on camera, or on a ring camera and shit. You know, like that's what hidden rooms in houses. You know, like I'm just like, yeah, okay, this is what I'm watching now because this is entertaining to me. But yeah, I did get this one over an hour, so this is pretty much 50 plus minutes of hard candy with rambling, and then the last like 10 minutes or 8, 9 minutes, 10 minutes was just no, because I didn't feel like eating anymore. Those are fucking up my teeth and my stomach. But anyway, that is an eating hard candy long ramble here today. Really got good. If you made it to the last, like, if you made it to about 40 minutes plus, you'll get into the good stuff where I really just start rambling nonstop. But anyway, thanks for checking this out, and have a good day.